Hello there. Okay, sorry about the slight technical issues there. So, time for our first hand review stream. So, we've got 3 days worth of games here, from stakes ranging from 25 cents up to $7, one of them was it. Okay, so let's take a look. So, any trouble hand in the first one? I mean, a lot of this was quite sensible pre-flop folds. This one I've checked the whole way through and folded. Raised bet and he's folded, yep. Okay, so our first game here we haven't really had any hands that gave us any trouble. I mean, of course there's probably some where I might have made a bad move and got lucky, but I mean, to try and like not overload these streams, I'm not going to focus too much on those. I'm going to focus on the ones where I did lose. Okay, so this one again, the only hands I've really lost have been like maybe a limp pre-flop or calling it a small raise. So I don't really think there's much to worry about on this one either. Now this game, the $7 game, is the first game that I've lost, so let's take a look here. Okay, so we've got a few big losers here, so this one with oh no, that one was a win. Okay, this one, I think that line isn't too much to worry about with ace king on that board. Okay, this one's I think this is a matter of tried to steal it on the flop, failed, got out of there. I think in general I do need to tone down the bet size a bit, and to that end I've modified that little poker keyboard I've got a bit, so it's now like it's got a 2.5 big blind raise button, and also given it a button I can use to change the default. So if you, okay, you wouldn't have noticed, but basically, oh, sorry. After each action I make, like if I raise or check or whatever, the bet amounts on there go back to default, which is 3 big blinds for big blind base bet or pot size for pot size base bets. I've added buttons so I can change those defaults. Like for cash games I usually want those as the default, but spin and goes not so much. Like I probably want 2.5 big blinds or 2 big blinds as well. I don't really need to have a 2 big blind button, but you might want to have 2.5 sometimes, and for post-flop I'm often not going to want to raise pot size because that can get a bit pricey in spin and goes. Okay, so what's this next one? 8-7, okay. This looks like one I might want to take a look at. Okay, so here's the situation. We're heads up against a player. Okay, I know these stats don't show up on the stream. Right, we're up against a player on the big blind, not on the button. So got 86% VPIP, 57% PFR, 14.3% 3-bet, 78.6% steal, aggression factor of 3, fold to steal of 13%, continuation bet 50%, fold to continuation bet 25%, win to showdown 40%. So that's all the stats I've got apart from like win rate and number of hands. Now I only have 29 hands on this guy at this point, so it's not necessarily overly reliable, but let's take a look. Hey, how come we don't get sound effects here? Does this replay not have them? Doesn't appear to have an option for sound effects. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, so let's see. So I've raised him to 2 big blinds. He's called. I probably should have expected that with 86.57. Okay, so we've had a flop of ace queen 3. Now the thing is, in spinning goes often you can just take it down here, but I mean he's called a raise, so what's he going to be folding here? Like king jack, king 10, Jack 10. I could see those hands going either way. Like maybe he'd fold like say pocket 7s, pocket 8s, pocket 9s even. I don't know, I probably wouldn't fold pocket pairs on this board just yet, personally. It's hard to say what he could really have here. Okay, so he checks, and I throw out a bet of about, I think that's slightly less than 2/3 of the pot. Oh no, is it slightly more than 2/3 of the pot? Yeah, I think it is slightly more. I think that's is that just a 75% of pot bet? I think it is. It's about 10/16, so 5/8. Yeah, it was probably I was going for the 66% here, so okay, so now he's got only a 25% fold to continuation bet, so really I should not have been trying to make him fold here. I should check this one down and fold it if he bet. Now he's re-raised me here. I did correctly fold this, so I think that fold was good, but I don't think I should have made that C-bet in the first place. Okay, and yep, he gets the pot. Okay, so let's look at our next game. This one was a pre-fold flop, no worries there. Okay, here's probably one of the, yeah, this is the biggest loser of this game, so. Okay, so we're on the button again with King 8 offsuit. Not a great hand in the first place, but yeah, again, something like I've sort of been picking up on this lately and trying to adjust a bit. I mean, it's kind of hard to rely on this too much in spin and goes, because I mean, you've either got to try and steal or try and get your average hands in cheap and hope for a good flop. So okay, so I've raised his call. Now I've got an overcard and a card that's above middle. Now there's a flush draw out there, there's potentially straight draws out there. Again, especially given his low fold to c-bet, this is not really a hand I want to be... Okay, no, I've realised this and I've just checked here. Okay, that's good. Okay, so another 4 comes up, and at this point, this is kind of like where it might get scary, but he's bet here, so... And I've tried to re-raise him, so... And he's re-raised again. Now, I know it's kind of a bad fold at this point, like, because I'm practically pot committed. So I think, like, either I should have shoved all in here, rather than just re-raising, or else I should have definitely folded here. I mean, I probably should have folded the initial bet, because, I mean, I'm not even beating most bluffs on this board, like, I mean, even if he's got ace high, I've lost. If he's got, like, maybe 9-10 or 8-9, then I can beat that, or, like, king 2, king 3. I don't know that he... No, I guess it's really hard to say for sure what he might be playing here. I think we could be seeing almost any 2 cards, so... let's see, I don't think this is a good call. So we've got the queen there, and what's he got? And he's hit the jack, which, if I remember correctly, I think I suspected he had the jack in this hand, so... yeah, not really a great one. So yeah, I think that hand was indeed very poorly played. I'm going to flag this one as for review, so I can come back to it and look at it again later. Okay, these hands mostly seem fine. Okay, this one... okay, so my EV for this was actually low, and I sort of lucked out on this one, but... when's it gone all in? It's gone all in pre-flop. Oh, okay, no, that's fine. I was really short-stacked at this point, so it was either shove or fold with just about anything. And yep, it would appear I've lucked out twice in a row with Jack 10 hitting 10s here. Okay, okay. This one was an all-in pre-flop, and in fact, EV-wise, I was the favourite for this hand, so yeah, it looks like my critical mistake in this tournament was this hand with King 8 offsuit, so I think I should have called it pre-flop and given up shortly after against the kind of player I was up against. Okay, so I think that concludes that game. Now, our next game here, so we've got the $3 game, and this one has not gone very well. I haven't won many hands. Okay, so we've got two big losses here, one of which I was plus EV on, so let's take a look at this one. So we're on the big blind with King 7 offsuit, a raise, a fold. Now we've got against the player, we don't have much information, but we've got 30 PFR for him and 40 steal, so I mean, not that we can draw much from the sets with that small of a hand sample, but I think a call here is okay. So we've blocked bottom pair with a pretty good kicker, made a bet, we've been called, and we've checked and we've had a bet fired at us, and we've folded. Could I have played this any better? I don't know, I think I'm quite happy with how I played this hand, to be honest. I folded once he showed aggression, I slowed him. I don't know, maybe I should have thrown out another bet on the turn, but like, I don't know, like if he's got something like 10-9, Jack 10, Ace 10 here, like, we've got, oh, no, we've got literally no outs to beat him if he's got that. We've got a 10 to split the pot, and that 10 doesn't have Queen 10. Okay, so I think this hand was just one that I was going to lose. I couldn't have done much about it. I could have folded pre-flop, but I don't know. King 7 in a spinning go. It is out of position. I don't know, maybe I should have considered folding this one pre-flop, but I think I was going to lose this, at least some chips on this one either way. Maybe I could have lost less, but yeah. The other one to look at here would be this final one. Now it was plus EV, so let's see, what did he have? So yeah, we've just shoved over his raise, and he's had, he's, okay, he's blocked 2 pair. How's that plus EV for me then? Okay, it should be showing 1%. Where's it showing yet? Oh, I've probably got to show known cards to see that. Yeah, so I mean the only way I was going to win there was to hit a 10, so... Okay, so don't trust the EV thing here. Okay, got it. Maybe CEV is something different that I'm not familiar with. I mean, I haven't got too far into this stat tracking software stuff yet, so maybe it's something I need to learn. I will look into that at some point, or I might just forget about it because I am very forgetful. I mean, I'm probably going to forget everything I've reviewed in this stream next time I play, so... Okay, yeah, so we've seen a pot size bet here, which is still rather small at this stage. I mean, that it's, okay, in this case it was 2 pair, But I mean, it could easily have been like just 9 ace, pair of king sword maybe. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't think I should have shoved this one. Like, I probably would have been right to call it, like, coming from the point of view of not knowing what he had, but I don't think this was a good spot to shove. Okay, so that's it for that game. And then next game, we got one. Okay, that one wasn't really that bad. I mean, it's pre-flop raise, check, bet on the turn, which would have got called, check, and we lost at the river. Okay, I don't think there's too much to worry about in that game. No, this game's not looking very good. Okay, so what's happened with this game? Okay, so heads up, I'm on the button, and I have raise. Now I've got someone here who that could be effective against. I think it has been effective in a lot of the hand. No, it doesn't really look like it has as such. Okay, so maybe not. Okay. So let's see. So he's called that. We've hit a 5 on the flop plus an overcards. Also got the runner flush draw. He's checked. We've bet 3/4 of the pot and he's called. So at this point I should probably be suspecting he's got something at least. Check down and we've got a 3 here, so I've thrown out a half pot bet, he's called it with a pair of jacks. Okay, so and the thing is he's not going to be folding a pair of 5s necessarily on the flop. Like maybe another turn bet he would fold them with that second overcard there. And it is kind of a dangerous river because I mean like, yeah, I mean what sort of cards were you playing there that would have him beat? Like 5-4, 4-3, ace 2, 7-6, jack 10, jack ace. I mean, I don't know, like, the roles are reversed. I don't know if I'd want to be calling on that river, to be honest. I mean, I might, but I mean, it was a small bet, so I think that might be part of the problem. I was betting too small on the river, but then big bets often look like bluffs, so yeah, I don't know about that hand. I might have to look at that one again later, like off stream. Okay, now this one here I folded. This one looks like a pretty standard line. What the hell? Okay, raise bet, check. Okay, that's fair enough. Now this one, okay. CEV is showing as positive, so maybe it was just one where I got unlucky. Let's have a look. So I've done my standard open raise, which of course I'm going to do with ace queen. As I mentioned, ace queen is a statistically fairly decent hand. It's not the best, but it's very, very close. I think like it's beaten by ace queen suited, ace king offwall suited, and pocket pairs. I don't know if pocket jacks beats ace queen. I know pocket queens and up definitely do. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what are the top hands in order off the top of my head. I mean, I know like the top two, ace, king, obviously, but I don't actually remember what's there. I don't remember if it's pocket queens or if it's ace king suited. No, I think it is pocket queen. Yeah, it's pocket queens, pocket jacks, ace king suited. Okay, anyway, like we won't go into that here. This is meant to be a review video, not a teaching the basics video. Basics that I obviously need to go and revise. Okay, so yeah, anyway, point is, I'm raising with ace queen and a spinning go. It is not just getting called, unless I'm trying to trap, which I don't know that it's quite good enough for. So I'm being called. Flop is not the greatest. He's checked, but by this point, like, because he did that in the other hand as well, I think by now we should be knowing that check doesn't necessarily mean he's got nothing. You know, I've raised, he's re-raised, so, you know, I've called. Now, all he's had is a pair of fives, but I'm thinking that with how I've played some of the earlier hands, he's got used to that I'm not always going to have something when I do that, so he probably feels comfortable with that kind of raise. So, and in this case, I would have had to hit an ace to win, so I was drawing to a 3 out of There's no way that's plus EV. So that's makes me even more convinced that this CEV thing is not meaning what I think it means, so I will have to look into that. I mean, I know in cash games it's got EV diff, which is very straightforward, but I'm guessing this is a more complicated thing that takes like all those tournament bits like ICN and that into account. Now I'm not really that much of a tournament player, so I haven't really studied on how those kind of things work. So yeah, that's why I'm not too familiar with it. So yeah, here I'm down 7% and I do not win. Okay, so coming back to here, like, I think this raise was okay. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know, he got a 55% fold to see it, but that probably means I should be taking it as a warning sign when he doesn't fold to one, so, and especially when he comes over the top of one. So yeah, I think I should have folded this one. I mean, it doesn't leave me in a very good position stack-wise if I do. Or the other thing is, instead of this bet, I should have just shoved straight up front, and that way he knew he couldn't push me off and he has to have the best hand. Which he did, but he didn't know that, so, yeah. Okay, next game. Tim was a winner. Oh, we do have a very big losing hand here. This one is a fairly standard one, but this get lost option. Okay, so on the big blind, I've only called it here. He's got 0 fold to steal and very high BPIP, which explains why I've only called. But he has raised me. Now his PFR is about 30, so I don't necessarily need to take that as an instant alarm bell. But I've decided to come back over the top with a shove here. That's a bit iffy. I mean, it's not out of the question, but okay, now he's called, so we'll see what he's got. Jack 7. Okay, so I am statistically a favourite to win here. And he's hit a flush. Okay, so I don't think there's anything wrong with how I played this hand. This is just bad luck, this one, I think. So we won't look into this one anymore. And now, of course, like, if you're watching this and you disagree with what I said, like, if you think, oh, like a hand where I thought I could play better was just bad luck, or vice versa, like, if you think that hand or another one that I've put down to bad luck I actually should have played differently, feel free to leave a note in the comments, and I will look at it and try and take it into account, but this is just my thoughts on Yaros. And so, for this game, I mean, we've got a bit of a loser here. I mean, this one I've just... Okay, so I've pretty much called a small raise pre-flop. That's all there is to this thing. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not even a big blind, so I don't think I necessarily did too much wrong on that one. Okay. Next game, which was the last game for part 1 of the stream. Okay, we've got big loser here already. Okay, we're already down to heads up at this point. Okay, this is not the start of the game. I forgot to scroll up. Yeah, we've got nothing that really sticks out up to that point. So this one sort of, I guess. Spit check fold. I think that's a fairly reasonable line, especially since I hit the 9 but then 4 to a flush came up. Okay. So this is the one I want to look at. Ace-9 offsuit. Yep, big surprise there. I went for the raise. I've been re-raised here. Now he's got a very high 3-bet percent, 25%. So I don't necessarily know that was wrong to call here. Let's see, cards. Queen 3, okay, so... Okay, so I was a statistical favourite to win that and he just got a lucky river. Okay, nothing to see here. That one was a matter of bad luck. Okay, pocket boosters, yep, that's... We've got this one, and it's Ace-9 again. Wait, is this hand I literally... Yes, that's the hand I literally just reviewed. Okay, okay, now this one... Okay, this is an interesting one, because I actually remember this hand quite clearly here. So, okay, in call, I've just checked it, now I'm kind of bluff, I'm going to have a go at bluffing it. 3/4 of the pot seems reasonable. And he's called it, another one's come up, and he's made a very small bet here. Now, I would think that a small bet like that means he's got, in this position, like, considering there's an ace on the board, I would have been thinking he's got something like maybe king-queen, maybe king-king, or like some kind of pocket pair. I could see someone doing this with a deuce or an ace to trap, which is actually what he turned out to be doing in the end, because he's got an ace. But, I mean, I don't really know that that bet's going to throw me off here, especially with how small it is. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me to fold to it. Now here's where things get messy, because on the river here, I've had a full house jacks full of deuces, and he's had a full house aces full of deuces. Now, here's the thing, if he had had a 10, I'd be ahead of him here. I mean, if I had, let's say if the board was 10, 2, 2, 2, jack, the only things I'm losing to are a deuce or 10, 10, so, or jack, jack. So, what have I done? I've gone for the raise. He's re-raising it. I mean, at this point I should be saying, yeah, he's got an ace. He's got to have an ace or a deuce there. Like, I mean, I'd be wary of doing that even with queen, queen, or jack, or king, king here, even though it would beat the jack. And yeah, sure enough, he's got the ace. So I think, like, I was going to lose a lot either way on that, but I could have folded on the river there after he re-raised. Okay, let's look at hand. Okay, after this there's not really much interesting because my stack never really got high enough to be anything that was a big deal. I knew that this was a good shove, but I think I was getting a bit frustrated at this point and just sort of... Okay, so this next game... Okay, let's... Probably one I should have given up on sooner here. I remember this guy's using them. Okay, no, it definitely makes sense for me to take that one to the river and keep betting, because I had... Was it open-ended? No, I had a gut shot straight draw, and I had a flush draw, so... I don't get to see what he had, but... That one's pretty standard line. Why did I keep betting at this one? Okay, so I've got 6-4 suited, and okay, so he's raised. Probably should have dropped it right there. Although he has got, even then, like, even with 60% PFR, like, usually 6-4 suited isn't going to go anywhere unless it hits a flush, which it hasn't, so... Yeah, that one, like, if I called it all, I should have been letting that go on the fluff. It wasn't going anywhere, he probably wasn't folding, so, yeah. No, what's happening? Holding Manager 2 is bugging out, so I think it's crashed. Or was it just lagging? No, it was just lagging. Okay. No, I think it has actually crashed. Okay, just a sec, guys. We need to, can I restart it without Control Alt deleting? Right, hopefully this doesn't interrupt the recording. The stream. Yeah. Boot it up again. Can I remember where I was up to? Sorry. Holding Manager 2 is starting up again. Because I'm noticing, like, in like half an hour of streaming, I've got through just over 1 day's worth of play. So I think I'm going to have to make these review streams every third stream rather than every second stream. So like if I can get through 2 days of reviews in one stream, then yeah, I probably want to be doing 2 play streams, 1 review stream. Okay, let's go back to reports. Has it saved my filter? Yes it has, but it hasn't saved which game is on. Do I remember which game? It also hasn't saved the ascending rather than descending order. Well, it has for these, but okay. I'm pretty sure I was on the second day's game. I think I was on this game. No, maybe you're still on this one. Yes, I remember, I just reviewed this hand. Okay, so I don't think there's any other... This is at minus CEV, not that I'm really too sure of what that means. Is there any way... Okay, equity percent, that's something I can use. That's a bit more meaningful to me than this. Okay. That's all amusing. Okay, this one's not really one that needs review as such, but it's just a fun one to watch once it loads. So, 3 hearts, 4 hearts, 5 hearts. And I mean, we both had flushes, but just because I had that 8 of hearts in my hand, outranked some of the cards on the board. And I got the pot. It reminds me of a really annoying hand I had once in a cash game. So, on the... at the turn, it was 4 to a flush on the board. I think it was, yeah, 8, 9, 10 jack, all of hearts. And I had the ace of hearts in my hand. And, what was it? No, it can't have been, that wasn't awesome. No, it must have been the 7, 8, 9, 10 of hearts on board. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. And yeah, so I had the ace of hearts in my hand, the other player had the king of hearts in their hand. All in, of course. And the river, jack of hearts, gives the board a straight flush, split pot. That was bloody annoying. Okay, anyway, let's look at this next game. Okay. No, looks like most of the loss was here, where I've like gone all in pre-flop with ace 9, and I think this is the one where the other person turned out to have ace 10. Yes, okay, so there they just kind of ran into a nasty hand. That's one of these things that happens. And ace 9 is a hand I do feel pretty comfortable going all in with in Spin and Goes. I wouldn't probably do it in a cash game, or even like a large tournament, but Spin and Goes, you kind of got to. Okay, so this one, ace 6 here. Now this one, from the looks of things, I was actually a favourite to win it. Oh god, you've not crashed again, have you? Nope, just lagging. Okay. Hasn't come up on the stream yet. See if I can get it to come up. There we go. Okay, I'm not sure what was wrong there. That's fixed now. Okay, so we've got 6 ace, and we've shoved it. Okay, given my small stack, I think that made sense to shove there, so I don't think I've done anything wrong with that one. Okay, next game. We're off to a bad start here, but I think that line is acceptable there. Here's another big loser. I'm not really sure. Oh, I see what I was doing. I was trying to bluff that I had the flush on the turn. Didn't fool anyone. This is the big loser hand. And why have I called on the turn here? That is the question. Okay, so I've been folded to. I have raised with 7-4 suited. Not exactly a great raise into someone with less than 50% fold to steal and 50% DPIP. He's called it. We have flopped to nothing. We had it anyway. He's called. I think at this point I should have just slowed down. I mean, even though I've hit the 4, I think I remember mentioning to myself I think he's got a 6 but not a jack here, and if I remember correctly, it turned out I was correct about that. Yes, indeed. Okay, so yeah, that hand was not played well. I should have trusted my instinct that he had a 6, which was only going to beat if I had a 4, another 4 or a 7. And I should have just given up, like, unless I could see a 3 river in that game. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing how my play is actually starting to get worse as time goes on, so it's not just that I've been getting unlucky, it's that I've been getting a bit too slack on how I'm playing. Okay, so King 7 suited. It's been shoved. Well, stack that small, can't be got to call a shove with King 7 suited. Yeah, I don't really think that was too bad, that hand. Okay, next game. That one I've just checked down and it's become clear I wasn't winning it. Why have I called on the flop here? Oh, I was able to check the pre-flop, so I guess that makes sense. This one, I've literally gone, no, I haven't gone all in on the gut shot, I've gone all in on a double belly buster. Okay. That's not too terrible given the stack I had remaining at that point. There's 5, 7, 8, 9, jack. So either a 6 or a 10 gives me a straight. Wait, would a 10 have been? No, it would now. Oh no, it would have before as well. This just means it's a bit stronger. Like, yeah, it wouldn't be beaten by 9 queen anymore. That would be beaten by 9 king. On the other hand, it's opening up for flush. Okay, so there's one on high card, so if we go back, I think my biggest mistake was if I was going to keep going with it, because I've already got, pretty sure, yeah, so I've got 7, 8, 9, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack. Yeah, I should have just shoved it all in here, especially given how small my stack is. But, well, really, that's a hand that could have gone either way, really, I think. Okay, so this game is one that I won. We've got some big losing hands in it, though. One raise, bet fold. Would I have won in the end? No, I would not. Okay. Not that it matters because you can't think that way. Okay. Check, and I called. Why have I called? Because it's a very small bet. But where am I going? Like, the only thing I've got is a runner straight draw here, really, so that did not make sense to bet. Yeah, okay, no, that was really poorly played. I should have folded that flop. I think overall that game went alright. Okay, this one's... It's not like I've really taken any hands to showdown that I shouldn't here. Just sort of my stacks dwindled away. This hand's a big offender towards that. But I think, given that I had an open-ended straight draw and yeah, I don't think that one's going to be too bad. This one, I've shoved it in pre-flop. Pocket threes isn't a terrible hand to do that with. And I think that one's just a matter of, yeah, I wasn't going to win. Luck was not on my side. Okay, here's a hand that definitely needs to be looked at. Got about 50% equity, so strictly speaking, it probably wasn't a terrible move. Okay, so we've got Queen Jack suited, we called, we've re-raised it, he's called, blocked top pair, middle pair, and a flush draw, and we've shoved on that. Okay. So we pretty much need a queen, a jack, or a diamond to win, so that's what, 3, 6, it's about 13 outs, I think. So yeah, at the time we went all in, it was pretty much 50-50, and it went his way. Okay, I don't think I can really criticise that one too much. And this other one, losing hand. This one was another pre-flop shove with not many chips, so Jack 9, that's a tolerable hand to do that with. I don't really think I should worry too much about that one. Okay, next game here. Okay, so what have we got here? Yeah, I think at this point I was getting a bit frustrated and just went all in oh no, this wasn't a pre-flop shove. I've had an ace in shove. S4 versus Ace5. Okay, and he's had a 2 pair now. Could I have picked up on yeah, I should have considered backing off things a bit. Like, I only make myself think that people are often just bullshitting when they do that, but in practice they're usually not. It usually means they've got something, so... Of course I can't rely on it, because sometimes people will be bullshitting, but I think overall, yeah. Okay, this one. There's no way shoving King is bad. Oh, but I've played this one post-flop that. Okay, so let's take a look at that then. Crashing again, lagging again, whatever it is. Okay, so I think what's happening is because I'm recording to my hard drive in a higher quality than I'm streaming in, so that's taking up too much of my processor power. I need a more powerful computer for this, or I need to just tolerate 480p even for the uploaded version, which I think is a better idea. Okay, so I've shown on. Actually, I do, because no, I don't. Okay, so let's see what happens. I call, you call. Now I've got overcards at this point. He bets. Of course, I'm calling, therefore coming over the top. 9. I think it turned out he had a 9, didn't it? Yeah, so don't slow play my bloody kings. Like, I sort of slow play them pre-flop, but once the flop hits, if they're still good, I want to get them in before they become not so good. Okay. There's this game, and this was the last game, so I'm not going to go on to the games I had on the 17th. I do need to review them, but I don't want to make this stream go on for too long, especially because the review streams probably aren't as interesting as the playing streams, so we'll leave it at this game, and I don't know, that one might have to go without an on-video review. I know, I'll think about it. Maybe if you have any ideas on what I should do about the review streams, leave a comment and we'll see how I can improve on them while still making them useful. Okay, so this one, I don't think that was bad. I tried to bluff when there was a pair on the board, it failed, and I folded afterwards without any more resistance. This one looks like it could have used some improvement, and Ace King is a hand I often play way stronger than I should. We've got a fold, we've raised, called, that's pretty standard. I've bet, I've been called, check, and had a bet fired at me. Why have I called it? Like, what am I hoping for there? I mean, I guess I could be hoping for a 4 as long as he doesn't have a 6. Now, all he's got is a pair of 5, so basically I need a 4, an ace, or a king, so that is 4 plus 3 plus 3, 10 outs, and that would apply if he's hit any single card on here, so I only could have been playing 4-6, in which case, or ace-4, in which case I've got no chance of being in for 4-6. I could split the pot if a 4 comes up if he's got ace-4. But yeah, probably should have folded that, but I don't think it's the worst mistake I've made. Yeah. This ace-ace one, yep, that's right, he just got lucky. And thanks to the pot being split, I still stayed in the game after that. And this one, this was a pre-flop shove? Yes, okay, so not much can be done there. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. I won't go on to the hands from the 17th. I might look at them in the next review stream if I think there's going to be time. And maybe it's good to just let them sit for a bit. Like, maybe I'll do them every 2 things now, but I'll keep it like sort of 1 game behind. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, anyway, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.